matchup on tap here between the Washington Commanders and the Indianapolis Colts. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. J.D. McKissic. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they will only muster a yard here at the 38. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I just know defensively, when you see 3rd and long, you just tell each other, guard the sticks. Don't let them get to the 1st down line. Anything underneath will make the play. But you have to take care of all responsibilities and know that they swing it out to a back. One-on-one tackles in the open field are critical. And if you miss, sometimes you end up on the wrong side of that 1st down gain.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Colts had 1-6 now. And whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
Well, you know what they often say, winning breeds winning, but unfortunately, the flip side of that can be true as well, because this is a club in desperate need of a spark out of somewhere. A big play on offense, turnover, takeaway on defense, something to get them pointed in the right direction. They need it quickly.
And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 42.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Ryan keeps it on the sneak. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. On the move to his left. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Fields now to throw. A throw to the flat here from McKissick. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Well, here we go on 4th down. Fields. That's to his running back. Complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Touchdown, Washington. J.D. McKissick, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. And they'll accept that penalty. A try here for the extra point. And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. First and 10, Taylor now. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Now Ryan. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Aiden Hutchinson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields slings this deep from McLaurin. And he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Washington. 41 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. J.D. McKissick. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Commanders 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Pass out left, caught by Woods. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
22!
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. Able to find his man, Woods. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Running left, Taylor. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They run once more with Taylor. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Ryan. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
He's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Go. Hey, 59, ready.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
On 1st down, it's Fields. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. A carry now for McKissick. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Play action. It's Fields. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
This inside the 20 and down to the 18.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
It's now 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Cut. 21. Go.
On 3rd down, Ryan. This pass caught. It's Woods. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A 3rd down gain of 19.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are back within a score. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Fields. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. To throw is Fields. Got a man, it's McBride complete. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Washington. Trey McBride with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-7. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. To the right side, this is Taylor. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Off the play fake, here's Ryan. He'll find, and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
We have seen this before, and
now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought one of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
58. Let him go.
They go play action with Ryan. Rolling to his left. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Ryan, blitz coming, and down he goes. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Now that sack backs Ryan and the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. And he'll find Pittman. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's on the tackle, Braden Smith. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Here's Ryan. This is caught. It's Woods. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On play action, Fields. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw. Away and incomplete.
The coverage by Bobby Okereke.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll run with McKissick. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. On 4th down, Fields. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. Touchdown! Jahan Dotson from 17 yards out. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Sly on for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the space to score. Commanders 28, Colts 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Off play action, Fields. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
These are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
On first down, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. DJ Chark, 26 yards. And the Commanders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
20!
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's McKissick. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring. Back to throw. Fields. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by
turnovers bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Commanders are able to extend their... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Ryan. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the 4th, Charles, it's really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action. It's Fields out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kwity Paye getting in there and burying him behind the line.
Only 4 sacks for Kwity Paye as a rookie, but Indianapolis knew he'd need some time to adjust to the league. In his 2nd season, they believe he's capable of double-digit sacks.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now a first down throw, Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Fields. It's caught inside the 25. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. throwing again is Fields. His pass caught at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Now it's Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Now it's Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Now, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. And that will be incomplete as well. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining. Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned